All right, it looks like there's time for one more new knife video before the end of the year. But before we start, we're going to start as we always do with what I'm carrying today. And that's my Case Tribal Lock. And I don't remember the color of this bone, but in the smooth bone. Still enjoying the knife. Wouldn't say it's absolute favorite. Top 3, top 5 kind of knife. But I definitely at this point would say it's probably top 10. You'll see why I'm still carrying this knife as much as I am, almost exclusively, if you stick around and watch this video. So let's go ahead and let's start the video. Okay, the postal system made me wait for this one. It was supposed to be here the day before Christmas Eve, I believe. But like I said, where I'm located, the mail is all screwed up. It goes here, there, and everywhere. It's routed very weirdly. So this actually sat around for a few days here in my hometown. So the first thing that I'll say is I'm glad that this knife did come in a box. And if you see me kind of opening it in a weird way, that's because I couldn't get the label off of the box, and I don't really want to have to fool with all that. So that's why I'm kind of opening the box in a strange way. But anyway, you can see here there are some packing peanuts and yet another WR Case & Sons box. You can see it says it's a special price of $49.99. The box is open. It says Tribal Lock, but you'll notice here this one says CV on the end. So this is a knife, and I did ask them to inspect the knife, so I don't know if it got jostled loose in mailing or if when they inspected the knife. But let me move this stuff out of the way. I did order this knife from a place that I wasn't familiar with, and it sounds like there may be some people that are not familiar with the place I ordered the knife. Let's see, what's this? Looks like there's a special sticker on here. There you go. It's called Shepherd Hills, and it's a Shepherd Hills exclusive knife. So you'll see I pulled up on the website here exactly what I ordered. I think you guys can see that. This is Shepherd Hills Cutlery, and I ordered this black synthetic CV Tribal Lock from them, and it was $49. They still have some in stock. The reason why I'm showing this is because when I told some people on Instagram that I ordered this knife, they were asking me where did I pick up a CV Tribal Lock. So I figured that I would mention that here. If you bear with me a second, I'm going to check this invoice because I did ask them to look the knife over. I don't see anything that says they did. It says, thank you for your order, Linda B. So anyhow, without further delay, let's get into the knife. So the reason why I bought this is because, as you know, I'm more of a tool steel fan, or in this case, a chrome vanadium steel fan in the case of case knives. So the Tribal Lock in general is only released in the True Sharp steel, which, you know, it served me well. I don't have any real problems with the steel. I'll give you a follow-up on that in another video that I'm actually going to film today, but we'll talk about that later. Let me put this up. So here's the knife. You can see it's in black synthetic, which I believe is actually just Delrin. As with my other knife, the pins, my other Case Tribal Lock, the pins are fairly flush. They do feel a little bit recessed. I think you can even see that on camera. There's a good bit of a dip there in that cover. There's a bit of a dip here in the cover. So the cover to bolster transitions aren't as good as they were on my other knife. Highly polished back spring even. The blade is highly polished, which is one reason why I don't prefer the True Sharp steel, because I want a knife that's not quite so shiny. So you can see here, this is the knife. Let's see. Looks like there's something on the edge there. Can't really make that out. The edge of this knife does feel sharper, and I happen to have some paper here. It does feel sharper than the True Sharp knife came. Let's see. Let's see. It's fairly sharp. It's not super sharp, but it is sharp enough to cut this this catalog paper, which is kind of like phone book paper. The edge does feel more consistent. Let's see, does it have a tip or not? It does appear that there's a bit more of a point to this knife than there was to my the True Sharp or Forever Sharp steel. The action seems a little bit more stiff, but my other one was like that. It's very tight. Let's see, let's check centering. The centering on this one appears to be very good. If you remember my other video, it came off center, but after I opened it and closed it a few times and I showed it again, it appeared to be centered. Let's check for gaps in the back spring. So you can see there are some gaps around the actual action of the knife. You can see that bar raises up. So I'm guessing that it has to be that loose, but there's some side to side play here on this one. Not a ton, but there's a little bit of side to side play. And there's always a little bit of up and down. And again, that has to do with the action of these traditional knives, but there's definitely just a hair of side to side play that I did not have on my my True Sharp version. So just comparison. I am going to sharpen these knives up, and I am going to sharpen them up pretty equivalently, and I'm going to run them through a few tests just to see exactly what type of results I get. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you're having a great holiday. Thank you.